Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from Abba and Preach.
So I wanted to play these two videos back to back because I feel like there's a little through line between both of them. So the streamer lady's talking to some guy in LA. They're on the side of the street. They're just talking, and then some other people show up.
No, I don't gangbang, bro. No, I don't gangbang, bro.
Quite aware of this situation. I've been through it many times myself.
I thought you was that one Say-Lo that I seen on Instagram.
Man, you got orange on
They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes.
Nah, I seen you on LA Hood page. Wrong nigga.
Fatherless behavior is what we usually call it.
I don't gangbang.
You're not from Stupid.
I don't gangbang.
You sure?
It's like 6 of
You're
them.
not from Stupid. You're not from Stupid. No, you're not from Stupid.
As you can tell, they are completely ignoring this Jackie person, and they're on this guy. Why? We know why.
Yeah, we don't all niggas fuck Snoop flat.
And he ran away like a little bitch.
Who slapped you?
Did you just get slapped?
I did.
You just got slapped?
You come in with 6 people deep, come slap a kid, and then run away? Yeah. So tough.
Oh, you got smacked?
Yeah, he smacked him. The one that was yelling the loudest, he smacked him, and then they left.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
So
good.
sorry.
Yeah, it's just Tuesday afternoon for me. They're gonna come back next week.
Yep.
The way he's taking that, this guy is used to the shit. This environment. He's like, I know what this is. I know how to react. I'm gonna calm down. I could lose way more than a slap right now. So
Preach is 100% correct, right? A lot of us men know this very well. When it comes to something like that, we escalate any way, shape, or form. We're about to get destroyed. Why? Because all 6 of those guys are going to destroy us, right? And we know, hell, yeah, we can maybe take on a few of them, but you might get a broken arm. You might get a broken leg. You might get your jaw busted. You might get all of these things that might change your life forever. That can affect you forever. For what? Because you want to stand up and look cool or whatever? No, sometimes you just got to play it meek and just let shit happen, right? It's just violence of men. Women truly do not understand this.
a snap is a good cop out. So it's cool. It's cool. It's Tuesday afternoon. It looks like that too.
Really? Yeah, no, to me it looks like he's actually really hurt by it, but he's just putting on the face.
Oh, you think?
Oh, yeah.
That's possible.
Hold up. We'll scroll back so you can see his face.
Did you just get slapped?
I did.
You just got slapped?
Nah. He hurt by that. You see when
I'm not saying he's not hurt. I'm saying that the way he was reacting, he was not like startled or anything and stuff like that, or going back or whatever. He was like, "Oh, I know what this is." It hurts. Like it's humiliating.
Of course it's going to be damaging to our pride. You think we want to get punked in public? Being punked already is already like emasculating, but to be done in public on camera live like that? Yeah. Like I said, guys, I've been through these situations. I've been to where I accidentally stepped on someone's shoe. I don't even remember what the hell the shoe it was, but I got stomped out because all of a sudden 3 other guys, I don't even remember, 3 or 4 other guys showed up as soon as this man raised his voice talking about his shoe. And I got jumped. And it was an accident. And it's not like I went there to purposely try to fight somebody or step on somebody's shoe or anything. No, I accidentally stepped back, didn't notice the man was behind me, stepped on his shoe, and got my ass stomped out.
Humiliating. But I'm like, I know what this is.
Gotcha.
I know this environment. That's the position I am.
I definitely think there's a lot of truth to that. I think a lot of it's just shock. Most people, when they get punched in the face, they don't react.
Sure.
They sit there.
I can attest
You
to
know, because you don't have the anger and everything till you get back, right? So right there, you just shook.
Yeah.
You don't know how to react.
I can understand. Yep.
And that's what like. So when you doing this shit, he's like, I'm fine. Not okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
So
good.
sorry.
I mean, he's okay because he has to be okay.
Yeah, this is LA. I'm gonna make it out though. I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
It's all good. I'm gonna catch you though.
I'm really sorry.
My man, he wants to get out. Hope you become a millionaire, brother.
See, that's a shame that comes in.
Yeah, of course, because it was. It's filmed.
Wait.
And you just get slapped by another man in front of everybody, you know? Like, you're gonna feel a way about it.
Do you want to get my Instagram?
I thought you already gave it.
All right, bye. I don't know. I feel so bad. I'm gonna go to my car. Wait, I'm actually gonna cry. I can't believe it just happened. That's really upsetting.
You see, some people think, oh, she's crying because she's on camera. So, no, I think people genuinely are sad and cry, and especially women, when they see bad things happen to people, especially in front of them like that they've never experienced before. Yeah, they tear up. Women tear up at everything.
No, he was.
It's like she's realizing right now, she's going through her head, damn, this is what he goes through? And some random guy cares about her more than the guy that got slapped because she's tearing up. Society.
I'm sorry. I know it's. I know it's
but it is kind of poetic in a way because the other man's the one who gets beaten,
Yeah.
right, by other men. And
They didn't even see her.
They didn't. No, one of them was just looking at the camera. They didn't even touch her. She was out there in a bra or whatever. They didn't care. And she's crying, and then you hear someone off the side like, "Are you okay?" And it's just interesting.
It is.
Right? Like, the other dude's pride was just, he was emasculated on camera in front of a live viewership.
Slap.
You know what I'm saying?
He just rolled out. Nobody asked him for shit.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I just can't believe that just happened. I'm like in shock.
I know people are going to laugh at her. Oh, why'd you cry? Whatever. Like, you know, listen, some people, for them, witnessing someone else suffering hurts them. They feel very different.
Especially if the person didn't
Like, when I see people suffering, unless it's women, I'm just kidding, I feel a way about it. You know, it's called empathy.
do shit.
Yeah, you know, I think it's better for her to care. Like, if this woman had no reaction.
Agreed. Better for her to care and actually cry and, you know, think about it than her just ignore it.
She just walked away. Wasn't that crazy, guys? You guys would fucking roast her. Now she's like, you know, emotional about it, and she's like seeing someone suffer, and then people still clown her. I saw some comments laughing at her. Listen, both of these reactions are valid. Her reaction is valid. His reaction is also valid. You know, I completely understand where that guy's coming from. Sometimes you get punked. You get punked in front of folks, and you guys know, well, you a bitch, whatever. Start swinging. Yeah, one of them got a weapon. He's dead.
Yep.
You know what he said? He said, I'm going to make it out of here. All right, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to get the fuck up out of here. Sometimes you got to just keep your head down, just keep it pushing because you're not taking on 6 people. They stomp you out. They mess up your legs. They mess up your opportunities in life. What's the point of retaliating?
That's why I'm saying when he said, I could lose a lot more than a slap right now. Mm-hmm. And you know, if they did that, you know there's some wild shit. They want to provoke something. They're leaving. I won. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got punked. You got slapped. Made you look like a bitch on camera. I didn't lose my life.
You know, what's that, you know, rather run away and fight another day kind of thing?
So I won. The reason why I laughed because she was crying is because she kept filming. I got something with when you're crying and then you're filming yourself and then you keep...
Me and Preacher are very similar on this. If you're just crying on the internet like that, of course. But I feel like that was more genuine than her just trying to, you know, like, on the internet. No, like, she was feeling it. She was tearing up. She's like, man, I just witnessed that.
Keep on filming. That's weird to me, but that's because I'm old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Crying and filming is always going to be weird for me. There's an emotion going. You don't want to deal with that. You want to keep on.
He says it, but I also understand the other side. So sometimes these are real emotions that people go through. Yes, for a lot of women, it's manipulation tears, but even men sometimes, you know, like I tear up all the time. You guys see me tear up when I speak on certain subjects and stuff. Do I full on cry or something? No, you see like my eyes get watery because it sucks. A lot of these things suck.
Wait, I'm confused. You wanted to turn off the camera?
Bro, crying on cam to me is weird. There's something weird about it that I find it. I have to dissect it to see it where it's from.
Sure.
But it's always going to make me chuckle. I'm always going to be like, okay, content, right? I understand it might not be that because the whole thing just happened and she might be in a state of shock, so she's not even thinking about necessarily shutting it off and being like, oh, why am I shedding tears, or let me process my pain and then I'll be back with you guys. She's probably not. It's just automatically. I see someone filming and keep on filming, I'm like, I'm going to chuckle. I wouldn't clown her or write a comment on it. I didn't think that's even too much.
She's not having a full-on breakdown. She's just trying to hold herself back from crying. Okay?
Sure.
You know,
That's
something, she
fine.
said something upsetting in front of her.
No, I agree with ABBA on this one, where it looks like she was really trying to hold back her crying, but she was just like, I can't believe he just got slapped like that.
100%.
No, I'm not. I saw a couple comments. Oh, lady, have a human reaction. Why'd you offer her your socials or whatever? Why'd you offer? Well, because it looks like they were exchanging contact information before the
Correct.
shit started.
Wait, do you want to get my Instagram?
I see a lot of people like judging her. It's so weird. It's like
not
she
that
just watched somebody get beat, and she's just like trying to. Do you want to stay in contact? Like, are you okay? She's trying to because she just met this person.
That's a human reaction.
I don't know. Like, I think sometimes the armchair quarterbacking of people in the moment in front of an assault.
Armchair
Like,
Hell, I do it all the time, and sometimes I'm wrong.
I have seen people freeze completely in those kinds of moments when you thought they should act. And the reality is most people freeze. A lot of people don't know how to react. A lot of people are too.
He's right. This is exactly what happened with me, right? I accidentally stepped on the man's shoes. He confronted me, and I just kind of froze because I wasn't sure what was going on. I was like, wait, my bad. And then things just escalated so quickly, I couldn't even process everything enough until, I already got stomped on. It was one punch from behind, and all of a sudden I'm on the ground. Now I'm getting stomped, like literally getting stomped on and kicked on. Because again, not all of us are in fight or flight mode constantly. As soon as something happens, we're ready to, fight or ready to run. No, sometimes we're just walking around, and I was like, whoa, something happened? And then boom, you get stomped.
Afraid to, or they're shook. They're not used to those kinds of environments.
Some people that is their job gonna freeze. It's your whole ass job and you're gonna
True.
freeze. I know
Right.
my first few times that it was something that happened, I froze. It's the freezing part. I get that. Like it's not gonna be always perfect. Whenever some things like that happen or an emergency happens, it's never gonna be perfect. You learn through time. There's gonna be another one, and you're like, all right, I remember what happened last time. I'm not gonna do it. A lot of people freeze the first time.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people freeze the second time because they haven't processed the first time, and then they freeze up on
That
the
makes
second time
sense,
and really
too.
don't know what happened. People freeze. Like the freezing part, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
The socials, she's really just trying to figure out if he's okay or whatever, whatnot. I think that was humane, but
Yeah, this guy's probably hurt by this whole situation. I mean, those guys are cowards. They grouped up on somebody,
Right?
smacked. You're a group of 6. You smacked him and you ran. Like, there's nothing more bitch
Baby back bitches.
made than that. Think about that. You ran up on him with a group of 6 to smack and run like a pussy. Do you understand how cowardly you gotta be knowing someone like that can't retaliate or do shit? So, you really can't say much to that kind of situation, but I feel for the guy for sure. When you get punked in front of other people, that shit sits with you.
It really does. It truly does. Story time. Obviously, I was a nerdy kid. So in elementary school, I got picked on a lot. Like a lot. English was my second language. I barely spoke well. Like I just didn't really understand the U.S. society so much. So I got picked on a lot. I had a good friend, one of my best friends in elementary school, me and him were always in fights because people always picked on me and he'd always try to beat them up. And then because he tried to beat them up, it made me want to beat them up. So me and him were just fighting everybody because people were just so insensitive to me, whatever it is. I don't really care too much nowadays, but damn, did that stick with me. That stuck with me so hard to be humiliated, to be all of these things in front of all these other people. In high school, I turned into a different person. In middle school and high school, I became the aggressor. I was the most ruthless person out there. Anybody ever said anything to me, I just stomp on you. Right? It was just that kind of reputation I had. So people didn't really pick on me. And if they did, they just get stomped on. And it wasn't just by me. I also had friends that would just stomp on you because we were bad kids. We weren't the greatest kids. I'm telling you guys now, I wasn't the best. But I also was ruthless in that sense, but I had straight A's. I had perfect attendance in high school. I did my best to be a good kid, but I also needed to defend myself because I felt I needed to, because I grew up in a very inner city high school where there was just so much bullying that I needed to defend myself. And did I need to defend myself to that degree? No, but like Abba said, getting humiliated, getting emasculated, getting just all those things get done to you in elementary school kind of rewires you to be a little bit different, to be, oh, hell no, right? Oh, hell no. But when it came to women, I was a pansy. But when it came to other men, I wouldn't take shit. So so obviously I did well enough in like my own life, but then when I got married, I turned into a pansy because all I cared about was like my wife's happiness. You know, again, Abba's pretty spot on with it.
You know, and you replay those moments in your head. You don't forget that shit.
Dang. You guys hear me talk about getting stomped out about that shoe thing all the time, right? I've mentioned it multiple times. Every time I mention it, I just replay that in my head. I'm like, man, my ribs were killing me afterwards.
You remember areas. You have a certain level of paranoia that comes in and creeps up on you. So this is not just an assault. Like, this is also a situation that this person is going to really affect how they approach a lot of situations in life. So I feel for him. There's another video I want to show you. It's very much in line with this.
You feel what?
So this couple, I guess, are just having some Wendy's in the park, which...
Late night in a park?
Poor decision, but...
Not the greatest idea.
Yeah.
When you and your man are having a beautiful night on live and some creepy ass comes and press us.
On gangbang.
Huh?
On gangbang.
You don't get me?
Nah.
Sure?
Yeah.
You don't kick with nobody?
Huh?
You don't kick with nobody?
Nah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're not from Chisa?
Nah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Huh?
On gangbang.
You sure?
Yeah.
What about you?
That's my female from gangbang.
This is Playboy's on me.
Alright.
This is Blago's homie? Some
I
place?
think it's a place where he's ripping. He's ripping.
Got you.
He's ripping his set.
What the fuck you looking at, huh? Yeah, you turn the fuck away. You feel me?
This guy...
You know, people might not realize, but shout outs to the girl for keeping calm and just not trying to escalate anything, just keeping quiet. Some people think that she's, oh, what is she doing? No, I think that's probably the best course of action at this moment.
Just get hit by thunder? What was that? That was God being like, nigga, you get to live. There's a little thunderclap. Little Zeus action. No, you know.
Probably.
This was added in post. That's such a weird time. And dude leaves. Man, that'd be crazy though, wouldn't it? You with your girl, some nigga punk you, then lightning smites him.
What you looking at?
I'd look at my girl.
Oh my God, I did that.
As soon as that lightning hits that nigga, I'd be like, bitch, if you cheat on me.
You next.
Isn't that a wild reaction? So this guy, they try to act as breezy as possible. I don't gangbang. I'm not about that life. I'm not in y'all affairs. Dude still tries to punk him, right? Because he's fishing for something. And she keeps eating. They try to just move on, like everything's normal. But that's also what shock looks like. I guarantee if you put a heart monitor on these motherfuckers, that shit's beeping through the roof. Because they're thinking, oh, am I about to die right now? But I'm just showing this because a lot of people judge people's reactions to these kinds of moments because, like,
again, I've been in a lot of these situations. I'm Cambodian. I grew up in Long Beach, in like the Long Beach area, so there's a huge Cambodian gang population. So they just assume I'm part of that all the time. That's why every time I get confronted, they're all like, "You in a gang?" Even though I'm Asian, like I know Asians probably don't get it as much, but I grew up in a I grew up pretty much in Compton and Long Beach, where Cambodian gangs kind of ruled with an iron fist at the time.
How you gonna just keep eating your fries, lady? But she's doing the right thing. She not saying nothing to escalate.
Agreed.
She's just trying to play it as cool as possible so she doesn't elicit any reaction. Because you saw what the guy said? After the guy said, I don't gangbang, she
What you looking at?
What you looking at? Because he was looking for anything, just for staring.
But even if you respond to that,
yeah,
something bad's gonna happen. Dude is just looking for shit.
He is.
So what is she doing? What is she doing in this situation?
You're like, imagine most women. What are you staring at? What are most women gonna do when a man says that to them? They're gonna freaking escalate him like, your ugly ass, or whatever it is. Because I've seen that happen. I've literally seen that happen. When after that, the man just gets stomped on after the woman said something stupid like that. The woman never gets stomped on. The man gets stomped on.
Nothing out of the ordinary. She's just out. You came here and I was eating. You're talking to us, I'm eating. And you're leaving, I'm eating. There's no brusque moment. I'm not getting up. I'm not, it's weird. But this situation is just like a wild animal. You're doing some wild shit, they're going to respond to that. And you don't want that. You don't want, dude is obviously looking for something. I don't know what's his head at, what's his mind on, what he wants to do. If he's high on some shit, I don't want to find out. There's situations like that, what you're going to do, you're going to joke about it. She just hands him a fry. Like, there's nothing else you could do. But that, it's an awkward situation.
You laugh and because you survived.
It's a potentially violent and dangerous situation. You are not about that, and you don't want to find out what it is to be about that. Like, at this point, it doesn't even matter if you are or if you're not. It's what this guy thinks, and you want him to leave. The fastest he leaves, the better it is.
Yep. And I just showed this video because I think a lot of people do judge people in these kind of situations unfairly. But secondly, how many videos have we saw of ladies getting their man's ass beat because she started saying something out of
And then
pocket?
she gets
Seen it live probably 2 times now.
She knew how to be a team player. Sometimes you just gotta let the other
Shout outs
person
to her.
take the lead and just let this shit unfold. So shout out to her, shout out to them. I'm glad they made it home safely because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? That's all you could really try to do in many places. Maybe you don't go to the park really late at night, especially in shit neighborhoods. But outside of that, and I'm glad they make it home.
Maybe they just didn't know, but that's besides the point, man. They did what they had to do, and that's situation. Okay, that situation's happening.
Boss,
It's there. It's happening. It's now.
I don't know about you. Me going to the park late at night was for nothing good.
Oh, hell
I
no.
wouldn't do that now.
Yeah,
Of course not.
yeah.
I wouldn't do that now. When them lights
trying to
come
get
on,
stabbed.
I'm heading my ass on.
Any
You know
place
what I
that has gangbangers, I ain't going to the park at night, ever.
mean? Nope.
But that's just me personally. Maybe y'all feel differently.
Yeah, I have some wild stories of my youth, when I was a kid, I got picked on so much that I turned into some ruthless, bully. It was like that short man syndrome, short guy syndrome, you always got picked on, you were the shortest one and all this. I had that really, to the highest degree. Anybody ever, looked at me weird or said anything to me, I would be so mad. I would just cause an issue out of nothing, just like those guys. But it was a reaction to how I got treated in elementary school. If I was gonna get treated that way, I'd rather be the aggressor than be the one that gets treated that way. I guess that was my thought process on it. Please subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and I catch you guys next time. Ciao.